It's okay to want more. It's okay to look at your life and whisper in your heart, I know there's something better. That longing is not selfish, and it is not greedy. It is a sign that you are ready to grow, that your soul is awakening to a greater flow of life. So many are taught to feel shame about money, as if it's something bad or unspiritual to desire, but money is just energy. It's a tool, a neutral flowing stream that responds to our thoughts, our feelings, and our readiness to receive. When we feel stuck financially, it's not because we're not good enough. It's because somewhere inside we have accepted the idea that wealth is distant, hard to reach, or not meant for us. And that's just not true. Right now, in this very moment, there is a great river of abundance flowing through the universe. It has no limit. It is not closed to anyone, but to connect with it, we must begin from a place of love. Not from fear, not from frustration, but from a quiet, gentle willingness to open. Just as a flower opens its petals to the sun, we can open our hearts to wealth. This journey does not begin with how much is in the bank. It begins with how we feel inside. Are we expecting good things? Are we kind to ourselves? Are we allowing life to support us? When we begin to heal the inner world, the outer world changes, always, because the outer is only a reflection. So if the reflection seems poor, let us not judge it. Let us bless it. Let us say, thank you, life, for showing me where I can grow. That's where power begins, not in force, not in pushing, but in a loving acceptance that says, I am willing to see things differently. Let's take a moment and breathe gently. Place your hands over your heart, close your eyes, and say softly within, I am willing to be supported. I am ready for new opportunities. I deserve to be at peace with money. You see, it all begins there, with permission. When we give ourselves permission to receive, the universe hears that signal and begins to respond. Now think about how often you speak about money. What do you say? Do you often tell yourself, I never have enough, or it's hard to make ends meet? These are not just words, they are seeds. And what we plant with our words, we harvest with our life. Let's shift the conversation gently, without guilt. Begin by noticing, that's all. Just notice when the old story shows up, and then, in that moment, take a breath and offer a new one. You might say, I am learning to feel safe with money, or money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. These simple phrases can become your new companions, your new truth, but they must be said with kindness. They must be felt, not forced. This is not about pretending. It's about softening, trusting, allowing. For many people, the story around money began early. Sometimes we heard that money was a struggle, that there was never enough, or that people with money were not kind. These beliefs stay in the mind and take root. But no belief is permanent. All beliefs can be changed, and you are the thinker of your thoughts. You can choose a new path now, one thought at a time. Start small. If the words wealth or rich feel too far, too foreign, use words that feel warm to you, maybe comfort, support, or ease. It's okay to walk slowly into a new feeling. The important part is to keep walking, keep choosing the softer, more loving thought. And when doubts arise, don't push them away. Just say, ah, here you are again. Thank you for trying to protect me, but I'm choosing something new now. Treat those old thoughts like an old friend who's a bit confused, not like an enemy. We are not at war with the past. We are simply growing into the present. Now let's speak of something simple, yet incredibly powerful: gratitude. Gratitude is not just about saying thank you with your mouth. It is a state of being. It is a vibration, a tone that your whole body, your whole energy begins to carry. When you live in gratitude, you live in receiving mode. You stop chasing and start attracting, because the universe cannot resist a thankful heart. Let us think of gratitude not just for big things, but for the little quiet moments that often go unnoticed. The warm tea in the morning, the sunlight on the wall, the breath you're taking right now. Each one is a blessing, and each one is enough to open the door to more. Because when you say, thank you, you're saying to life, I see your gifts, and I'm ready for more. This is not a trick. It's not a gimmick. It's a way of relating to life, and it works. When you shift from I don't have enough to I'm thankful for what I do have, something beautiful happens. Your energy changes. Your nervous system calms. Your mind becomes clearer. And most importantly, you start feeling rich on the inside, long before the money shows up on the outside. That is the secret, to feel abundant before you see it, because that feeling is what draws it in. The universe is always listening, always responding to how we feel, not just what we say. So, practice gratitude not as a duty, but as a delight. Let it be your morning coffee, your evening comfort. You might begin each day by writing down 3 things you're thankful for. Do it slowly, feel each one, and say aloud, thank you, thank you, thank you. Even if the bank account looks low, even if the bills are there, even if the numbers don't match the dream just yet, say thank you anyway, because gratitude is not about the amount, it's about the attitude, and that attitude will shift the flow. You might be surprised how quickly things change when you stay in gratitude. A new opportunity may arise, a small check in the mail, a helpful friend, or a moment of peace so deep it feels like wealth itself. All of these are signs that your energy is opening, that you are stepping into alignment. And here is a gentle truth. The more you thank life, the more life thanks you back. So say this with me now, softly, kindly. I bless all that I have. I bless the money I have now. I bless the money that is coming. I bless those who have more. I bless myself for being open to more. This is how we grow. This is how we change our relationship with money, not by pushing, not by forcing, but by softening into gratitude. And gratitude, dear one, is the most fertile soil for wealth to grow. Now that your heart has begun to open, let us speak of something equally important, intention. Intention is the clear signal you send out to the universe about what you are ready to receive. It is not a wish, and it is not a demand. It is a calm, steady knowing. When your intention is strong and loving, it acts like a compass. It helps life organize itself around your desire. But intention must be declared. It must be made real. You can do this through words, through writing, or simply by standing in front of a mirror and saying gently, "This is what I am calling in now." Perhaps you say, "I welcome money that supports my purpose," or "I allow myself to be financially free," or even, "I am ready for joyful wealth." These statements don't just speak to the world, they speak to your cells, your energy, your whole being. They activate something inside. They remind you that you are not powerless, you are a creator. So many people float through life hoping something will happen. But when you live with intention, you stop floating and start steering. You start choosing. You start aligning your actions, your thoughts, and your feelings with your vision. You can set an intention each morning. Before you even get out of bed, place your hand on your heart and say, "Today, I walk in abundance. Today I expect blessings. Today I am open to receive. And then move through the day gently, watching for signs that your intention is being heard. You will see them. You will feel them. Intention is not about control. It's not about having every detail planned. It's about clarity, not pressure. It's about saying, I know what I want, and I trust that life will bring it in the right time, in the right way. This kind of intention is rooted in peace, not desperation. That's why gratitude and intention work so beautifully together. One opens the heart, the other points the way. When you feel grateful, you are saying, I trust. And when you set an intention, you are saying, I am ready. There is no limit to what you can welcome in. The only limit is how open you are to receive. So take your time, sit quietly, feel into your heart, and ask gently, what do I truly desire? Then write it down, speak it out loud, look at yourself in the mirror and say, yes, this is for me. I am worthy of this. You may feel resistance, that's okay. Let it be there. Let it soften. You are changing old patterns. You are clearing the way for something new. And new things take a little time to grow, but they grow faster when they are rooted in love. So speak your intention with love. Let it be your song, your quiet prayer, your sacred declaration. You don't have to shout. The universe hears every whisper, every heartbeat, every quiet yes. Say this now. I intend to live a life of financial ease. I intend to be supported in all ways. I intend to allow money to flow to me and through me with grace. And so it is. There are times when the mind circles around the same old story, one of lack, fear, and uncertainty. This story may have been told for years, passed down quietly through family, culture, or experience. It says things like, there's never enough, or people like me don't become wealthy. These thoughts may feel true, but they are only habits. They are not who you are, and they are not the truth of the universe. In truth, life is abundant. It never runs out of sunrises or fresh air. It does not ration joy or limit peace. It simply flows, generously, consistently, eternally. And that same flow includes money. When we believe that there is not enough, when we brace ourselves and live in tension, we are cutting off the flow. Not because we are bad, but because we are afraid, and fear closes what love is ready to open. So how do we clear the way? How do we open the inner space for money to come in, gently, kindly, without punishment? We begin by noticing the words we say to ourselves. Do we often speak of struggle? Do we feel anxious when we pay bills? Do we tighten up when someone else receives abundance? These are signs, not of failure, but of places that want love. You can begin by writing down your most common thoughts about money. Be honest, no shame, let it all out. Once they're written, read them as if they were written by a dear friend. You would not scold them. You would not tell them to get over it. You would place your hand over theirs and say, I understand, and I'm here to help you believe something new. This is how we release the scarcity mindset, not by pretending, but by gently choosing again. If the old thought says, I can't afford that, pause and say, I choose to believe I am becoming more and more supported every day. If the thought says, I never have enough, try, there is more than enough, and I am open to receive my share. These are not just phrases. They are new pathways, healing the way the mind has moved. Sometimes, scarcity lives in the body too. It shows up as tight shoulders, shallow breathing, or clenched hands. When you notice this, stop. Take a long, slow breath. Roll your shoulders. Open your hands. Place them over your heart and say, I am safe to receive. I am safe to expand. I am safe to grow. This simple act sends a powerful message to your entire being. It is okay to trust. It is okay to let go of fear. When your body relaxes, your energy opens, and when your energy opens, the universe responds. Clearing scarcity is not a one-time act. It is a loving practice. Each time the old story rises, it becomes another opportunity to choose peace, and in that choice, your entire reality begins to shift. Now let us turn inward and speak to the body, the wise, loving home you live in. Your body is always listening. It holds your fears, your joys, your hopes, and it also holds your blocks. If wealth feels far away, your body might be the part that feels unworthy or afraid. But just like the mind, the body can be guided gently into a new way of being. Try this now. Sit in stillness. Place one hand on your belly and one on your heart. Breathe deeply and slowly. Feel yourself supported by the ground beneath you. Feel yourself safe in this moment. As you breathe, say silently, I am open, I am ready, I am willing to receive. The body responds to care. It blooms under attention. So begin giving it the message that receiving is safe, that money is not a threat, that having more will not take away love, it will amplify it. Wealth is not something you chase, it is something you welcome, and your body is the door through which it enters. You may choose to create a ritual each day. Light a candle, stand in front of a mirror, speak to your reflection with love. Say, I am a vessel for abundance. I receive with ease. I give with joy. Let the sound of your voice echo into your cells. Let your reflection feel the truth. Let your hands relax. Let your breath deepen. These moments, small, gentle, consistent, change the inner frequency. They clear out the fear and make room for the new. Your posture shifts, your tone softens, your energy becomes magnetic. Wealth is not only about numbers, it is about readiness. When you align your body with your desire, you become a powerful beacon. You become someone who doesn't just talk about abundance, you radiate it. It's also helpful to check in with the little habits. Do you receive compliments with grace, or do you deflect them? Do you allow yourself small pleasures, or do you constantly deny yourself joy? These moments matter because how you receive the small things is how you will receive the big ones. Practice opening in tiny ways. Accept the compliment. Say yes to help. Allow yourself to feel good for no reason at all. These are wealth practices. These are ways of telling your body, yes, we are safe. Yes, we can allow. Yes, we can hold more. Say this now, slowly, softly. My body is a loving receiver. I welcome all forms of good. I allow money to flow into my life through channels seen and unseen. There is great power in joy. So often when thinking about money, people become serious. They tighten, they worry, but joy is the key that unlocks the door. When you are in joy, you are aligned, you are relaxed, you are in tune with life itself, and life loves to give to those who are open in joy. Joy does not require a reason. It is not earned. It is natural. It is who you are underneath the stress, the stories, the survival mode. It lives in laughter, in music, in art, in dancing, in sunlight, in stillness. When you allow yourself to feel joy, you begin to match the vibration of wealth. Because wealth is not only money, it is a feeling of fullness, it is ease, it is trust, it is knowing that everything you need will be provided and more, and that feeling begins with joy. So find something today that brings you joy. It does not have to cost money. It might be a walk in nature, a song that makes you move, a cup of tea sipped slowly, a moment of silence where you simply feel your breath. Do it not as an escape, but as a tuning. Joy is not an escape from life. It is the truth of life. It is the moment you say, "This is enough, and I am thankful." And in that thankfulness, more comes. Let joy lead your choices. If something feels heavy and forced, pause. If something feels light and exciting, lean in. Let your body be the compass. Let your heart be the guide. And when you feel good, don't wait for the other shoe to drop. That's the old story. Instead say, "I allow this goodness. I trust this moment. I welcome more." You can even say, "I allow joy to lead me into abundance," and mean it. Let it become your song. You may also want to begin a joy journal. Each night, write down one thing that made you smile, even for a second. Let your mind become familiar with joy. Let it begin to expect it. This simple practice retrains your attention, and what you pay attention to grows. Remember, joy attracts. It lifts you into a space where miracles can happen, where synchronicities align, where money can show up with grace. Joy does not mean ignoring problems. It means choosing peace in the middle of them. It means knowing that even in the waiting, you are worthy of feeling good, and the better you feel, the more open you are to receiving solutions, support, and surprising blessings. So laugh more, rest more, play more, sing more. Let joy be your daily devotion. Say this now with a smile in your heart. I give myself permission to enjoy life. I choose joy, and joy chooses me. Abundance flows to me through the frequency of delight. And so it begins. You are tuning your entire being to a higher note, a note that wealth cannot resist, a note that calls in everything you have ever longed for, not through struggle, but through softness. Not through fear, but through joy. When something becomes a practice, something you return to, not out of pressure, but out of love, it becomes part of who you are. This is how we anchor abundance into our daily lives, not as a one-time wish or fleeting hope, but as a rhythm, a quiet commitment to keep turning toward what is true. Daily rituals are the doorway to this. They give the mind structure, the body comfort, and the soul permission to receive. There is no need to create something complicated. Begin simple. Perhaps you start each morning with a breath and a thought like, "Today I walk with gratitude. Today I trust life." These few words can shift everything. You might keep a small notebook beside your bed where you write one sentence each day, "I am ready to receive," or "Abundance flows easily to me." When repeated with care, these words become your truth. You could also try placing your hand over your heart before sleep and saying softly, "Thank you for what I received today. I welcome even more tomorrow." This gentle blessing sets the tone for restful sleep and opens the door for inspired ideas to greet you in the morning. Another powerful practice is visualization. Spend a few quiet minutes each day seeing, in your mind's eye, the life you are ready to welcome. Not just the numbers or objects, but the feelings. What does freedom feel like in your body? What does peace look like in your home? How do you move when you are financially secure? Visualize it as if it's already true and feel the calm of it, the joy of it, the rightness of it. Let this become your spiritual routine, like brushing your teeth or drinking water. Let it be part of how you care for yourself. You are not forcing anything. You are aligning with the energy of wealth, with the frequency of ease. Let yourself write letters to money. Yes, letters. Speak to it kindly. Tell it how you wish to experience it. Apologize if you've pushed it away in the past. Welcome it back in with love. Money, like all energy, responds to appreciation. Treat it as a friend, not a burden. Let these rituals become sacred time with yourself. No one else needs to see it, understand it, or approve of it. This is your connection, your energy, your unfolding relationship with abundance. Say this with softness. My daily habits support the flow of wealth in my life. I honor money as a friend. I trust my rituals to guide me. There is a place deep within every heart that remembers pain, moments of rejection, loss, or being made to feel unworthy. And sometimes money is tangled in those moments. Maybe wealth once felt like control, or maybe it was never present at all. These are not just ideas. They are emotional wounds that need gentle healing, and healing begins with love. To move forward into wealth, we must make peace with the past, not by reliving it, but by holding it in the light of compassion. If there were times when money was scarce, we can bless those times now, not because they were easy, but because we survived them, because they showed us what we now long to change. If shame or guilt still lingers, perhaps over past decisions, missed opportunities, or debts, breathe. You are not defined by the past. You are renewed in every moment by the choice to love yourself now. You are worthy of wealth, not because of what you've done or haven't done, but because you exist. That is enough. One way to heal is through forgiveness, not forced forgiveness, but soft release. Sit quietly and speak to the memory. Say, I see you, I honor your pain, and I set you free. Whether it was an experience, a belief, or a person, offer it release, not for them, but for your peace. Another gentle tool is self-compassion. Write a letter to yourself from the future. You, who is wealthy, wise, and safe. Let that version of you speak to the one who feels afraid now. What would they say? Likely not criticism, but comfort. Let those words become your anchor. You may also create an affirmation just for healing. I release the past. I forgive with love. I open to wealth with peace. Say it while looking into your own eyes in the mirror, not as performance, but as a sacred reunion with yourself. When tears come, let them. When silence comes, welcome it. Healing is not loud. It is not fast, but it is sure. Every time you meet your fear with love, you melt a wall that once stood between you and your abundance. You do not need to carry those old burdens any longer. You are allowed to be free, free to feel safe, free to receive, free to allow joy. Say now with quiet strength, I forgive the past. I heal with love. I am now a channel for beautiful abundance. You have walked through many ideas. You've sat with feelings, released stories, opened your heart, and aligned your body. You've practiced joy and planted new rituals. And now you are becoming someone new, not through effort, but through return. A return to your natural state, a return to trust. You were never broken. You never lacked worth. You simply forgot the truth. And now the remembering begins. The truth is this: you are supported. Life is not against you. It flows toward you with love. It speaks to you through signs, through feelings, through quiet nudges that say, yes, you're ready. The more you listen to those whispers, the louder they grow. The more you act from faith, the more faith becomes your reality. You don't need to know exactly how or when your wealth will appear. That is the beauty of trust. Your job is not to control the flow, but to open to it, to greet each moment with a heart that says, I am here, I am thankful, I am ready. Some days will feel easier, others may feel slow. That's okay. Keep choosing. Keep showing up for your own heart. Keep speaking words of kindness to yourself. You are your most sacred companion. Treat yourself with the care you've always longed for. Let this be your daily reminder. I bless this moment. I bless my thoughts. I bless my desires. I welcome money with grace. I walk in gratitude. I trust the process. I am already enough. Wealth is not something you chase. It is something you align with. And every breath, every thought, every loving action brings you closer. And now, as you breathe deeply and softly into your being, know this: you are opening the door. You are standing on the threshold of a new life, a life where money flows to you, not as pressure, but as peace, not as struggle, but as support, not as burden, but as blessing. Let your final words today be full of light. I am grateful. I am ready. I am wealthy in love, in joy, in money, in life. And so it is.